just so strong that it feels interesting they'd actually prioritize the Camille over the Gwen right now in the top side of the map.
Feels like maybe digging in a little bit more heavily. Force up against Liv Sandbox. Let's do it. So here we go. Jumping into game number 1.
Very excited to see how Gory performs because there's a pretty big dichotomy within Nongshim's composition as well, where
Peanut, and speaking of which, he is up on the top side of the map here.
Yeah, Summit's had control, but was not able to get a ward down, actually, in that brush.
All right, here we go. That's a really nice hook shot. Perfect angle, max range. Peanut has no chance of catching up to that one.
Croco comes back over, walks over a ward, though, sadly. And now everything is known. No more secrets on the top side of the map. But look at the mid lane. This is where things are starting to get scary.
Oh, Regis is dead.
No flash, he dies. And Croco zones Peanut out.
Yeah, pretty rough there. Fate has his dash. I mean, he's going to get hit by a harpoon. Doesn't really matter. He takes a little bit of damage, but this is...
Valdez.
Yeah.
24 CS to 10. And this is actually pretty lucky for Nongshim that Croco is trying to make a play up here and is spotted.
And I think Regis is dead again. Yep, see you later. Nice that the Diana with the changes is really able to close that gap really quickly, and it looks good, right? He read the play. He was just maybe 2 seconds too late.
Yeah, he read the start to become difficult for this bottom side of the map for Nongshim shortly after that.
Okay, nice lockdown, able to get played into the choppers, and he flashes away, and he will get away, actually. And flashing forward now is Prince, looking for the kill on a Duck Dom. Should be able to kite this out pretty nicely, but with no Leona, is just gonna keep it calm and hold on to the lane.
I don't have James once again on the bottom side.
Uh-oh. Prince, no flash here. He does have the shift, but that is not enough. Easy kill. And there was a control ward in the river even, but he was just too far up the lane with no flash, and that's a super easy kill for Peanut.
Greed does end up punished. He gets punished for here in the bottom side, but they do get the Rift Herald, and they are just going to continue to snowball this lead in the top side of the map. Rich here does have his flash. I don't know if it's going to be enough to save him.
Yeah, nice knock up. The teleport does come in. This is 3v1 until the teleport. And now with Fate coming up, it's 4v2. Still just taking it very slowly. They have the Rift Herald. They want to get the turret. Knock up here from Gory, just saying, get out from our turf. And they will have to do just that. I feel like Liv Sandbox could have pressed the issue, but deciding to take the safe path.
Yeah, it's spring season, but it was usually on a champion like the Gragas, where it's like, okay, you got sacrificed, but you're still useful later because you can hit amazing casts.
Oh, okay. Summit really trying to press the issue here. He's going to get equalized. Miss on the ult, and now he's trying to turn it 1v2. He picks up the kill quite easily. Another miss by Gory as Rich is coming on up, trying to turn the kill. And he misses again. Summit is looking for the kill now, perhaps, as there is no escape for this Camille. The flash forward from Rich, he gets the shutdown, but Summit just bringing 3 people up to the top lane.
And you ain't winning anything if you're Nongshim right now. You're losing plates in 2 lanes. It ends up being a 1-for-1 trade here on the top side of the map. Nothing good about this for Nongshim, sadly. They're not able to secure the Drake right before they put all their resources in. Okay, we're not going to get this Drake fight. We actually can't fight at this stage of the game. We're a little bit out of control in terms of how the control of the Drake on the bottom side of the map is, so let's try to make a play top side.
More action. Speaking of which, they're going to find Kellen. That's a free kill. Nicely set up by the Diana. This is what we were talking about, this Diana setting up so much. Is now Rich trying to create more. They've got a nice wombo combo. Good flash on the rocket, but there's the ultimate, and both supports are just going to be sacrificed and taken out. Nice catch by Nongshim, but Summit is getting free farm.
Yeah, I mean, going to try to trade the Drake for Baron because they know one of the problems with their composition is if they have positional disadvantage, if they lose control of that vision. And now you got to respond, Nongshim.
They are so ready for this. Even Effort's just sitting there waiting for the rocket.
Oh no, so late, and now they might lose both. They might lose the Baron and the Drake.
Okay, nice hook though onto Effort. That's a bit of damage coming on up. Gory's gonna ult in, and Effort survives for an incredibly long amount of time, but they do get the kill. Summit's like, you dare duel with me? The 4-man pull-in from the Diana. And Liv Sandbox, they came here to skirmish with this comp, and they will do exactly that. They're going to roll over Nongshim here, and only Jinx, only Duckdom stands alone. A very common story. I've heard a lot for Nongshim here. Liv Sandbox will dominate them here at 22 minutes.
Now, Liv Sandbox can't get away with this if Nongshim didn't walk through like 7 wards on their way to controlling the vision around the Drake. They know where everyone on where everyone on Nongshim is, so they go straight to Baron. I think at that moment you just have to cut your losses as Nongshim and say, okay, we had to clear all that vision to look for maybe even a fight on the Infernal Drake, but they're going to take Baron, and then you just give up and you take the Infernal Drake. If they had just played it safer and gone for the Drake trade instead. You never want to take that one, but you never want to lose more than they have.
All right, well, they're going to go for the Hail Mary here, and I think we all know how this one is going to go. Yone's getting some nice damage. This is a good front line for Duckdom, but Summit will find him, and Fate just kites him down. The amount of damage from the culling was absolutely insane. And they're just going to end it. Liv Sandbox will do it in 25 minutes. As you mentioned, if anyone dies, they'll probably just push the win with 2 inhibitors down. And that is going to do it. Liv Sandbox with a fiery start here to this series. Angry after their first loss. And they will crush Nongshim here in 25 minutes.
Very, very fast game. One of our fastest of the season. I think it's second fastest. DRX versus Liv Sandbox. Rocco champion. To play here, even though he hasn't really shown it that much this year. It can be a big carry. I'm a lot happier with where Liv Sandbox's draft sits because it feels stable. It feels
the bottom lane as well, but let's see how it does go as we will hop onto the Rift for game number 2. And yeah, you know, similar story. It's not the Camille, but the Gnar with the range can have a fun time against Rich up at the top side. And again, I mean, just giving Lucian for free with the first pick Ezreal.
I mean, again, it's just one of those things where the draft in itself is not bad per se, but doesn't have a strong theme, as we're going to see a big engage.
All right, well, Kellen, he does use his flash, but that is a really nice lantern into First Blood, given over to Jinx. And there it is. Very easily done, very nicely executed from Liv Sandbox. This alone. And Rich is trading pretty aggressively up in the top side. He's got Peanut nearby. Summit eating a massive spear. Is able to hop away from the leap from the Nidalee. But yeah, the big rotation from the bottom side. Liv Sandbox not messing around with their objective control here. Let's see if Krako can get it down. The body slam isn't great. The smite, though, is there. And the flash on in. Rich with the big engage. And Fate gets taken here, but a big catch this time around from Krako is going to turn it back in favor of Liv Sandbox. Krako, though, going a little bit too far forward. Gory very low. Rich now in the backside, and Duckdom actually has a front line and is looking for the picks as they will try to chase down Prince here. He's got the fancy feet going, will be able to dodge the spear, and Duckdom is not messing around.
He dodges the spear. I don't think Duckdom can get this.
He's going to try. Oh. If that Q had landed, oh, he's still going. And he should be able to get it, actually.
Oh, wow.
Underneath that turret. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Nongshim will pick up a team fight win, but it's not over yet, as we do have Gragas returning back.
Well, here's the thing.
Krako will be able to pick up the kill.
That's the thing about, I mean, he gets it, but he has to stay so long in order to do so that it's arguably not worth it. Now, Liv,
any of the plays. This Ocean Drake still hasn't been taken.
Oh, no, Gory.
Gory going to try to save himself. And you know, this Gragas in the jungle, not exactly tanky. It's going to be taking a lot of damage, and at least effort is there to save the day and save Fate's life. Otherwise, that would have just been a double kill for Nongshim.
Yeah, could have been really, really good for them. It's still pretty solid. And will they actually finally be able to take the Drake now? They want more than just the Drake here. They're actually trying to capture Prince and effort, but they're playing so back and so safe that back here.
Yeah. Feels like Fate and Prince playing very forward. They know they have the Thresh, but they're both incredibly squishy. Duckdom might just die here, and it looked like the last hit from the culling was able to do it. And down goes Duckdom. What else do you have here for Nongshim?
No turret, that's for sure.
Kellen and Gory are incredibly tanky, but that still is a big win for Liv Sandbox. They get the free kill, it felt like, onto the Ezreal, and then the turret falls for free.
The turret falls for free. It was a scary situation for anybody on Nongshim's side.
As we are going to take a look here at the replay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kellen could have just easily stepped in front of that to block it. He's so scared he's going to die himself anyways in this moment. It's rough. Like, Noamshim have just lost all control over this game, I feel. Even with some of those scrappy team fights, like you said. Yeah, nobody's willing to help out. Duckdom's like, hello? Anybody? Oh, a heal is used, but it's not enough.
Line with the flash.
Yeah, maybe, I mean, that's the idea. If we hit the dredge line, then...
Okay. He's just going for the kill here, Gory.
He's not going to get it, I don't think.
Oh, there's no vision now.
He doesn't have Haymaker.
He's got a thresh. He's got a thresh. There's the lantern. He decides, nope, I don't want that one. There's a scary Cougar on the other side of that. As now Krako looking for the kill, not able to get it onto Gory. And look at Peanut. He's hunting people down.
No turret here on the bottom side.
Yeah, and now Krako left all by his lonesome is going to be given over to Peanut. Certainly deserves it. Prince is like, yeah, let me do the blue buff. No, you can't do the blue buff. As thankfully the Chompers is going to save his life. Otherwise, was not looking pretty.
I mean, Summit's in a massive lead. He did not have teleport for that skirmish. If he does, I think this might look a little bit different. He can rotate in and actually make a big impact. As once again, Duckdom's trying to look for Prince.
Yeah.
This time not successful, but these are some in the early game. He's just played a very stable Nidalee. And, you know, that's kind of the name of the game for Noamshim sometimes. Just put Peanut on one of his best champions, and he has a pop-off game. Is it enough? That's the question.
Teleport being used here. They are not messing around. Cool cast, but if that dredge line landed, Summit might just die. They're trying to burst down Gory, and Set is so tanky, but not tanky enough. As that somehow missed 4 people, the engage comes in here. Really nice stopwatch, but doesn't buy enough time. As the ultimate comes in, now Summit looking for a bit more. He's able to get Kellen. There's the hook onto Duckdom, but where's the follow-up? It is not there. Liv Sandbox have to kite backwards. Flash forward now from Duckdom as he's looking to try to solo carry this fight. Had that Q landed, might have been it, but now it's Peanut's turn. Dodges the flay and is looking for more. He's got his Zonias of his own, and somehow Noamshim win the fight.
Noamshim win another fight where Liv Sandbox is chasing deep, overextending, staying too long.
Does complete that one spear, and the fight might just be over. He's already kind of at that position right now.
Give Peanut Horizon focus in this game, come on.
Let's do it, let's do it.
All right, Liv Sandbox on the Drake first here. Duckdom in a very safe position here.
Yeah, okay, that's going to be the two-shot barrage going wide. We got Meganar about to pop here. Summit with no flash, but that's going to be the steal from Duckdom of all people, as this Meganar is being thrown into the gutter, and look at that, getting into that back line. Prince has no hope, no front line anymore, and Noamshim take the Drake and take everything else.
Yeah, you know, this game has really turned on its head. 13 kills to 6 now, as Noamshim once again showcase how powerful their composition is when it gets into position. And once again, Duckdom was completely uncontested, unopposed. He took the long way around. He got into the fight safely, and once he got on top of the Drake, he was able to steal it away. Now they're going to look for a Baron play, and Liv Sandbox just don't have any way of stopping this realistically here. And I mean, I guess the consolation prize is that Fate got a little push in mid, but you're not getting anything here. I mean, we are 25 minutes of the game. It's felt like this game has kind of dragged on forever. As for at the beginning,
those range skill shots to just do incredible damage.
It feels like there's a, you know, a certain. Well, that's no lantern for you. Is that the attempt?
Oh, wow. Really going hard on this one. Look at the damage on that. Duckdom just assassinates the one. Peanut goes pretty far, but again, Zonia's really good item here.
I mean, so the reason why all of those things were tossed on top of the lantern, for those who don't know, is to try to prevent him from taking it. He still got it, but it was too late.
Oh, we're still going here. Gory, did he overstep? Maybe a little bit. He gets a lot of damage done, but now look at the front to back here for Liv Sandbox, but nope, there's not enough people here. Summit is desperately trying to carry his team, but he can't quite do it. Duckdom is going to flash away. The rocket, again, is going to sail wide.
I feel like we can put the official seal, the official stamp of Clown Fiesta on this game. But, you know, it has been very back and forth, lots of overextensions on both sides. But Noamshim, once again, they have this huge advantage. They see the moment to pull the trigger, and they do it. They get another pick to start this fight off. Prince being down means you just don't have the damage to defend. He comes back into the fight so late. You're getting so much control over the map right now. When that's your starting point, and now you're behind 4,000 gold, it's a little bit concerning.
Effort's just gonna have to take that one on the chin. We'll see how long Gory can survive. He's just gonna kill Effort, okay. Just gonna get a simple kill there. That's a pretty nice shield. And immediately Liv Sandbox know that they've run out of time to go for any further kills here. They've got a nice little front line for Prince. He's able to flash away, but so much tankiness on Kellen. And the front line here for Liv Sandbox is falling apart. Look at Duck Dom. Finds the access into the back line, and there is just no hope for anyone here on the side of Liv Sandbox. This Ezreal is so disgusting at this point in the game. 32 minutes in, he's a tank, he's an assassin, he does everything. That's going to be the clean ace, and should be game number 2 going the way of Nongshim.
Yep, it's going to be a game 3. Really nice cleanup there from Nongshim. Amazing hook from Kellen there onto Fate. He was chain CC'd. And Effort, he was the first to go down, and he might be the last in this game to do so as the Nexus turrets fall. Nongshim bouncing back in a big way. A lot of this was on Liv Sandbox losing the game rather than them winning it, but really big punishes from Peanut, who has a perfect game in a 21-8 kills game, 6-0 on 11. That's the Nexus falling, and Nongshim do keep their chances of winning this series alive. Not a convincing start, not a convincing draft. And in game 3, you're feeling like, okay, you could sigh a breath of relief. Summer into the Lee Sin matchup. I mean, it's a tough matchup with the Azir, right? I do like the swap quite a bit, because if you play it into Azir, you're just going to have a terrible time. And to Lee Sin, you can stun him. You know, It
looks like we're ready to jump into game number 3. Let's see who will pick away this series tonight.
The thing that really jumps out at me with this composition for Liv Sandbox is not really the scaling so much, actually. It's about the power that Udyr and Uzi. You know what's funny about Viego too is, like, it feels like he's only, you know, in lane he's fine. Oh, gonna see an attempt to engage here.
Yeah, a little bit late on the play, and now Effort is coming in. This might just be the first blood easily there. Flash in from Prince, and will take down the Thresh. Kellen was very aggressively positioned, and you can do that if you're going to hit your play.
You're going to teleport back in, but this is the scary time.
Might just be a natural plate down on the bottom side. Peanut's going to get spotted here down a level.
No 6 at all.
Yeah, I mean,
here.
He's going to get the healing from the plant, but the teleport comes in, and they are just trying to burst down Effort, but it does not work out. He gets a lot of value, and down will go Kroko as well. So they get the kill. And then Kroko kind of goes in there pretty ham all alone. And just outnumbering them was Nongshim.
Yep. Rich teleports down, does end up stealing away the first body of the Viego for Summer. It's going to be a Udyr. Gory in a very rough spot here. Will hit the sleep. Fate still has his ultimate. They're going to try to stop this, it looks like. I think it's a little bit too late.
Okay, the kick is going to knock up both of them, but Summit not really able to do much. I was thinking 3 out of position, but then his entire team was right there behind him. Another miss-send is played, and now Fate is going to get just burst down from 100 to 10% basically. Kroko going to go down, Prince looking for the angle, and well, Effort goes in and just dies. So that's not going to work out. Prince gets caught on the bottom side as well. And with no flash available, that's going to be 3 kills now to the pocket of Nongshim. They are dominating Liv Sandbox here in this early game. And,
you know, the scaling aspect of Azir hits much later on in the game, but he does have a pretty strong spike, you know.
Into the depths there for Liv Sandbox, at least, in their perspective. But yeah, just a little bit overzealous, and the equalizer was perfect as well. I mean, Peanut, okay, this is really scary. Thankfully, he has a stopwatch and a Thresh. And he should be able to get out of this one. Keep in mind, Nongshim are really far ahead at this point in time in the early game. Kellen now trying to get an engage going. He's going to catch Effort. And you can see Kroko once again going really deep up on the top side as well. Flash on in here from Gory. This is just looking like an absolute stomp from Nongshim over Liv Sandbox.
Selfish Emperor's divide there from Fate to get away. There it is.
He's here, of course, but he just looks not ready to go on this one. As Kellen trying to get on in here, the teleport from Summit, and now Rich goes in all alone. Doesn't really have any help here. Finally is going to get back to his team. Summit's got a nice little angle. That's going to be a good rocket on the face of Prince.
Fate is just scarred, man. He is not going to shuffle in. He's not going to set up a divide here. I feel like there was a huge opportunity when Nongshim was retreating to cut that team in half. He didn't take it.
Well, instead...
There he goes.
Yeah,
that's not it.
Yeah.
He's playing so selfishly on this Azir, I feel.
Well, there have been a couple of moments where it's like, I guess I just got to desperately use this ability.
Sure, yeah, I don't blame him for it.
It's not very proactive.
Yeah, I don't blame him for using it in both of those cases to survive, but the fact that he didn't use it before is a rough one.
Okay, Summit's trying to make the play. That's a really nice flank from Kroko, but I say that. It looked like a good angle, but again, they're down about 5,000 gold.
This is not a game where you can play, you know, flank the team when you're...
But it happens a bit earlier. Rich is pretty scary already.
I have a bad news effort.
He's got a Divine Thunder. Now, this is 1v2, but then the Zoe does come up. That's going to be a landing on the Sleepy Trouble Bubble, and this Kai'Sa is just alive. Actually lives. The burn comes in, and finally over the wall, Gory is going to be able to pick up the kill. That's what I was looking for.
And then Peanut's able to get the equalizer to prevent the escape. So it was very scary there for a moment. Rich actually had to use his maybe you can punish it too with this Lee Sin pick. But yeah, Kroko, remember the last time you tried to flank and catch people? It didn't go so well. You might want to wait for a group up, might want to wait for a little bit more damage. Meanwhile, Viego on the other side. You're trapped between a rock and a hard place here, Liv Sandbox.
Liv Sandbox, they never back down from a fight, for better or for worse. And in this case, I think it's worse. Down goes Effort, and Kroko is left all alone, but he is Udyr. That's not even a chem tank Udyr. That's actually the Frozen Gauntlet. So he's going to get away alive, but, you know, they're not going to get away alive from this game, you would imagine. As Rich is going hunting, really nice hook on the Summit. And that is going to be 7-0 now for Peanut.
7-0, 2-0-5 for Rich. It's pretty over. No vision here, as you can see.
Oh, I don't know if you're getting into that pit. He doesn't even have flash. He's like, maybe we can get something going. No, I don't think so.
At least he's here, so he's like, well, at least this is at no risk to my life.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll be okay. But I was very scared the whole time.
You know, positioning very aggressively here. They're so deep in the enemy jungle, and there's a Mountain Drake that's a spawn, so they could basically do whatever they want. If they want to be safe, go for that, they could. Okay, nice positioning for Kroko, looking for the angle, will force the flash onto Peanut, but at the end of the day, Noxim wanted to fight you anyway, as Peanut goes legendary in this game, picks up his 8th kill, 8-0 in a row here, and it is just utter domination once again. Really nice kick from Summit. He's trying desperately to get anything done, but now the Jinx is 2-fed. Everybody on the side of Noxim is way far ahead. There's nothing that Liv Sandbox can do.
There's nothing they can do.
Yeah, and here comes the push. Just gonna throw down an equalizer. Peanut is so gigantic at this point in time that you just put it down and everybody has to respect it. This could be an opportunity for Liv Sandbox to go for something with the ultimate down, but maybe at this point in time you're just at the point in the game where you want to wait for the Nexus turrets. But you're gonna throw out the Solar Flare, will be flashed, and Noxim get the inhibitor, or actually not yet. So they're gonna have to stick around for this one.
Yeah, but I think they'll get away with it pretty easily. It's nice zoning Trouble Bubble too. So hard to collapse.
Oh, nicely done by Rich. Frontlining. A lot of upfront damage. Summit's going to have to go back into the base, and that will be the inhibitor going down. Noxim.
Look at the teleport play here. They're going to try to catch somebody. Summit's going long range, though, with this one. I don't think he's going to catch up with anybody. He's hoping, they're praying.
Yeah, well.
Liv Sandbox fans, put your hands together. This is a long con play.
Yeah, down
Benny
the long
Hill's
lane
being playing.
Look at the base right now.
Oh,
got a lot of super minions. They say, well, it's do or die. We get the win here, or we go down fighting. As they get to that back line, Prince trying to get damage done, but you're not doing anything. Not against Sonya's up 8-0 Rumble. And that is going to do it for this game. They're going to ace them cleanly. Nobody on the side of Noxim will go down. It takes 28 minutes, but they will get the job done in 3.
Not a technically engaged tools that Liv Sandbox had. Handling the Azir early. And this is the kind of Noxim game you're hoping for if you really do think they've leveled up between spring and summer. They come back with a vengeance. The game 2, I feel, was the most impressive of the 3, right? You're able to take a very big deficit and punish mistakes from Liv Sandbox. Keep your mental fortitude, your attitude correct. Stay stable.